Hello everybody, and we're back again. It's Ian Bourne and Wendy Clifford here from Cloud 2020, and this is the latest in our Cloud 2020 Insights. Now, Ian, we're going to talk a little bit, this is a very short video, isn't it? We're going to talk about Springboard. We know that, you know, externally the world changed for us all, and in many ways that held all of our businesses back, stopped us from progressing. Well, now can we all feel the lid being lifted off again? But the things that were underlying before, you know, 2020 happened are probably still there for people, aren't they, in terms of what might be holding their business back. And I think we identified some fairly common challenges that we have sought to resolve by our Springboard products, which are built on the sales professional license, aren't they? So, you know, what makes this different to Dynamics 365 Enterprise? Why would somebody be considering this?
Yeah, absolutely, Wendy. As you say, we've had this huge external influence going on, but as you quite rightly say, the internal issues are still there, and particularly in the SMB arena that we're very, very close to, and being an SMB ourselves, you know, so therefore we have synergy with. And you know, I'm mindful of a recent customer that in the last few days that we implemented our Springboard product for, and just picking up all the points that they came to us and they almost reflected the reason why we built Springboard. So obviously a workforce that were dispersed anyway, even before, because there were a group of partners working on a particular professional service. The big issue for them was document management. It was all over the place. It was on people's hard drives. Now, who's doing that these days? Anyway, it was on people's hard drives. They didn't know where it was. They didn't know the latest version. So, of course, the Springboard, you associate it with an account. It sits there. We connect Springboard to SharePoint. You know exactly where it is. You just go to the account, and there are all the documents, nice, secure, in the same data center, covered by all of that brilliant trust that goes with a Microsoft data center. That was the key issue. And the other one was, they didn't really know who their customer base was.
Yeah.
And you think, well, how? And it's not like a massive customer base, but it was enough of a problem to go, we're not sure we know who all our customers are. Well, we know who our individual customers are. We don't know if Joe and Sarah and Peter and Mike are all talking to the same customer, you know? And so that was two key issues that they came to us and said, we need you to fix this. But when we scraped below the surface, it was all the other stuff. You know, there was no process in terms of how they spoke to these people. There's no history about the conversation they'd had. So they were very dependent on individuals' memory around the conversation they'd possibly had. And so when we presented them with Springboard, they went, that's it, well, those, please.
Yeah.
Can we have it? Of course, the next question was, can we have it tomorrow? And the answer was, well, maybe not tomorrow, but maybe by the end of next week. So, it was a fascinating, for me, reflection of why we put Springboard together. Have you any experience yourself? I mean, with the customers you speak to?
Yeah, I have actually. And I think one of the strap lines that we have on the website, which is springboard.cloud, and advise people to go and have a look if they want further information there, was spend time using your data, not searching for your data. And really, when I'm talking to people, you know, that it is this kind of spread of data, it being everywhere and nobody really knowing what the last interaction with the customer has been. And also even, you know, owner managers spending their evenings putting on quotes and orders because there isn't a way that somebody else within the organization can do it so that they would be satisfied it had been done properly. And I think, you know, Springboard is a kind of, it's a customized solution that will give you 80% of what you want. You know, we've already worked out what it is you need and put in some of those best practices. It doesn't exclude you from having further customizations later on, and we do an optimization service that comes alongside that. But I think it's that sense of, whew, I can sleep at night is one of the major things I've come across. And we all know small businesses, owner managers, that's the major thing, isn't it? The stress levels. Where's my data? Who's doing what?
I think also it's an empowerment, because exactly to your point, it's like, so we put all this in place, which includes things like quote orders and invoice templates and things like that. So, but what happens is a person can take a lead, prosecute the lead. The process is there for them to follow. So therefore, that things are happening in the right place at the right time, and that helps with compliance and keeps you out of trouble in some ways, but also creates some efficiency, leading to opportunity. Right, I'm now going to be able to quote or place an order, send out an invoice. Let's be honest, at the end of the day, it's the invoice that pays the bills. So if that's all nice and smooth, which we can do, and the invoice is going to go out with your logo on it, your billing address on it, your corporate registered address, your company number, your VAT number, and that's done for you. And then you click the button that says email to customer. Brilliant. And how many times have we spoken to the customers that says, yeah, but I've got to find somebody else to do that, and they've got the template for him. No. Click the button, email to customer, and you've got the record that it's happened. That's, just a lot of pressure away from people, so they can get on with the real job, so they can work on the business, not in it.
Yeah, and I think the other thing to say is, I think the other point that we've worked really hard on is we know how stretched people are in that type of business, that size of business. So you can't spend a lot of time on a long-winded discovery. You actually just want to know that somebody's understood your problems from the point of view of your industry and also your type of business, and they've created a solution that can be put in days rather than months, and that process then could be iterated, with some optimization around dashboards, specific dashboards that you want to see, or reporting that you want to see. So many times, the other thing I've found, and I'm sure you have as well, customers don't really actually know what they want until they've got it, and they can see the gaps. So I think that iteration, the optimization service is going to come in very handy there.
Yeah. So perhaps just explain to people. So we regularly contact our customers and say, right, how's it going? Who's using it? Who's not using it? Why are they not using it? Oh, well, they want to be able to see X, Y, and Z. Fine. Okay. Well, let's just get that view right for them. And now that they'll get, because, you need all your team engaged. If they're not engaged, it's not a positive experience. And also because, as you say, it's fascinating. When we go to people and say, here, well, why don't you take this? We spent a lot of time on it. Microsoft spent a lot of time on it. We've learned from a lot of experiences. So, this is going to be most of what you need. Now, where's the exceptions that we can help you with? But also then your business will evolve, and also your thinking will evolve, especially once you get used to using the platform. Go, now if we could only just have a view of X, or if we can capture Y, well, that's brilliant. Yeah, okay. And that's what our optimization service does for you. It just makes those small little adjustments as your business and your awareness of what you can do change. And of course, then we can also add pieces in there as well. So if you want marketing or customer service or sales spark or anything like that, we can add those in as people get more used to what the platform. They can see the ROI coming out of the platform. So yeah. It's all very exciting stuff, and it's fabulous working alongside SMBs and seeing them how this can light their life up. Yeah,
I agree, and I think that's probably a good place to stop, isn't it? But encourage people to go to springboard.cloud. The links will be at the end of this video as well, and if you've got any questions about it, give us a shout.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us. Bye bye.